Hey everyone, it's finally time I do this. I'm gonna be talking about Universal and Disney as a company, as both companies. Before I get any further though, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. Let's see if we can get to more subscribers. I'm at 124 right now. Thank you guys for the support. I really appreciate it. Um, now I gotta say though, Universal and Disney are pretty big companies. They are. And also, if I sound funny, it's because I'm in the car right now. I had physical therapy today, so I figured if I'm gonna be stuck at the shop, I might as well do this video here. So sorry if I sound a bit off. But yeah, like I said, Universal and Disney are both huge companies. Heck, Universal actually was one of the companies to try to buy 20th Century Fox, but Disney, outbid them in money. Actually, I think Universal just didn't want to spend that much money on Fox. That's why Disney bought it instead. See, Disney spent $71 billion on Fox. Now, you guys may be wondering why I'm making this video here, and I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to tell you guys that Universal is kicking Disney's ass right now. Disney is freaking begging to their knees right now on stuff. I mean, they're not like literally, like begging to their knees, but Universal is kicking Disney's ass right now, like really bad. Well, here's the thing though, a lot of Disney movies have been bombing in the box office while Universal, has been having a lot of movies that have been doing really well in the box office. I mean, Universal, has been doing really good with that. Here's the thing, though, is the reason why Disney's movies have been doing really bad is because they keep censoring everything, changing everything up, firing people, forcing, like people people to leave. By firing them, they're firing them, and people have been leaving Disney and going somewhere else, Skydance. Some employees, I think, that work on DreamWorks films have also been, left Disney too. It's just, people are just fed up with Disney's bullcrap. They are. They are fed up with their bull crap. So a lot of people have been leaving Disney and all that, and so their films have been doing really bad. And yes, they have a lot of properties too, but Universal is still bigger than Disney. That's why like what would have happened if Universal bought Fox instead? I stated that they may not have been able to buy as much as Disney because they were bigger than Disney. But if you guys want to see that video, you guys can. It's in the thoughts and theories video. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put this at here. I might put it in the thoughts and theories too, because I do have thoughts on this stuff here. But yeah, basically though, yeah, Disney has a lot of properties. They were buying a lot of crap last year. Well, not last year. I mean, the last decade they were buying a lot of crap. The last decade and the decade before they were buying. Unfortunately, they had no idea what they were doing with these properties when they bought them. They basically bought a lot of these properties like Star Wars and Fox and stuff and had no idea what the heck they were doing with them. They just bought it just because they wanted to own it. Even before Bob Iger ever became the CEO, he's not anymore, Bob Chapek is, but when Bob Iger was the CEO, well, he did buy up a lot of crap too, but even before then, Disney had a history of buying stuff up and not knowing what to do with it. I mean, they bought up ABC Family. That was a smart move. They bought up ABC Family, but then they bought like the rights to Doug. They freaking screwed Doug up. They bought the rights to the Muppets. The Muppets are not really a thing anymore, really. I mean, they do have some attractions with the Muppets in Disney World and stuff, but they're not as big as they once were. Personally, I don't think I was ever a Muppets fan. I never really cared for the Muppets too much. Even when I was little, I didn't care about them. Heck, I didn't even know Disney owned the Muppets until later. But I don't know. But yeah, basically though, they bought up a lot of properties though, and they had no idea what to do with them. And what they ended up doing was they pissed off a bunch of people because when they bought up these properties, they freaking destroyed them. They have destroyed Lucasfilm. They have destroyed it. They have destroyed Lucasfilm. Apparently now, I watched a video just about 30 minutes ago. Apparently now, they destroyed Obi-Wan Kenobi. They made him a bisexual person. And I don't know if I would say I'm bisexual. I said I kind of was, but I think it's more that I'm gender fluid. But freaking, they made him bisexual. That destroys his character. Basically, they have bought Lucasfilm from George Lucas. George Lucas trusted them, and they freaking destroyed him. They shit all over his work. I'll have to answer that in a second. I should have made. I meant to make the video afterwards. Sorry about that. I'll call her back later. I will. Yeah, I need to get to doing this on the computer. The problem is I don't know how to work a computer right now. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, they have destroyed Lucasfilm. They freaking destroyed it. Pixar's not doing very well anymore either. Even when they bought it, Pixar was still not doing as well as it once was. They're making all these sequels to these films and stuff, which sequels are not always a bad thing. I mean, they can be good, but I think they were just focusing too much on sequels and not a lot of original films. So that led to their downfall in Pixar and all that. And although they have stopped sequels right now, I wouldn't be surprised if they brought sequels back. I wouldn't be surprised. I've been actually rooting on them to do that. And apparently when Lightyear came out, I didn't sit to the end credits, but apparently there's a scene at the very end where like Lightyear apparently comes to. I mean, this is kind of a spoiler, so if you guys don't want to be spoiled for this, so skip about 10 seconds. So basically, about 30 seconds into the video. But basically, Buzz Lightyear had a spoiler at the end of the movie. Zurg actually came back, hinting at there being a sequel to Lightyear. So, but even before that, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. How come all of other Disney's properties have sequels but not Pixar? So, I know Pixar kind of did their own thing, but John Lasseter has left Pixar and all that. So yeah. The spoiler is over, by the way. I'm not going to talk about the spoilers anymore. But yeah, so they basically hinted at a twist ending, and that led to people thinking there's going to be a sequel to it. But I don't know. But basically, yeah, they have bought all these properties up, and they have no idea what they're doing with them. Even Fox, it's mostly just sequels, and Disney has no idea what they're doing with Fox. They just bought it just to own it. That's all they freaking bought it for. Fox is actually in really bad shape right now. It really is, because they own it now. Like I said in my Disney Fox video, I think it was the Disney Fox one. I don't know if it was the Universal one or the Disney one. I made 2 videos on that, but personally, I don't think, I think it's better that Disney bought Fox and not a different studio, because Fox was the worst one of the 5. Now, they were not as bad as Disney was getting really bad at that time. They really were and all that. People were scared when Disney bought Fox. They were scared of Disney, but you can't really do anything about it, unfortunately. If you guys don't like Disney's decision to stop spending money at them, But yeah, overall though, it's definitely something there. And then Universal, I should talk about Universal. I talked about how Universal is kicking Disney's ass. They freaking really are. They have Illumination, DreamWorks. They've got the Jurassic World movies, and new Jurassic World movie, it freaking dominated Lightyear. It's freaking destroying Disney. Disney's not doing very well at all. And yeah, so yeah, the Minions Rise of Gru is making a lot of money. I'm sure a lot of people saw that coming, though. It's a freaking Minions movie. Of course it's gonna make a lot of money. I went to go see it. I'll tell you guys my thoughts on it when I review it next year, but I'm not doing it this year because I've got a lot of crap going on, and I want to focus on one movie a week. So yeah, keep a schedule. But after Pixar, I'll try to get back to doing maybe more than one movie a week or something. But I don't know. But yeah, basically, yeah, the movies of Universal have been doing really well. They really have. I know Illumination is not the best well-received studio, but the fact that they make more money than Pixar, I think, does now these days is just it's pretty bad. It's pretty sad. But a lot of Pixar films have been also kind of mediocre too. Toy Story 4 was mediocre. I mean, a lot of people hate Toy Story 4. So was Turning Red, and Lightyear. Lightyear was horribly received by people. Some people thought it was okay, but a lot of people hated it. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. And it's not just the movies that Universal's kicking Disney's ass at. Universal also has parks, and they are kicking Disney's ass at the parks too. Yeah, there are reporters that there are a bunch of fights at Disney World and stuff, but there are fights everywhere. If you go on the street, like a random city, you'll find fights there too. There's gonna be fights no matter where you go, but when you're around a bunch of people, there's gonna be a lot more fights because there are some at Universal too. But Universal actually has gotten rewarded for treating their employees much better than Disney. So they've been treating their employees much better than Disney has. So they've gotten rewards for it, and that's a bad thing. So Universal is freaking kicking Disney's ass. They really are. They've got way more money than Disney. They've got a better received messages from their employees. Well, people received from their employees because they treat their employees much better. They got better movies. They're just kicking Disney's ass. They really are. And Disney's had some good movies. I hear they had I think it was called Encanto or something. I hear was really good, but Raya the Last Dragon was terrible. All the Marvel movies have been flops. I mean, the ones that have done good have not even done really that good. Except Spider-Man, but Spider-Man's mostly Sony, so yeah, it's not even doing anything there. And then there's the Star Wars stuff. The Star Wars stuff's been doing horrible. And again, that's because they all keep making freaking stupid choices. Like I mentioned, George Lucas sold it to Disney, trust Disney. And George Lucas had a hard time selling it to Disney. He was like, I don't know if I want to sell it. And Disney proved him right. He shouldn't have sold it to Disney. He shouldn't have sold it to Disney because freaking Disney has destroyed Star Wars. They freaking destroyed it. And they keep making everything all woke and stuff and all that and focused on politics and stuff. It's just freaking terrible. It's terrible what it's all become. And yes, they own Fox, but even before they bought Fox was not the best received studio. Because they had Family Guy, The Simpsons were long-running shows. A lot of their movies have been terrible sequels, so they basically got a crap ton of their crappy movies for money. I mean, they wanted money and they got a lot of Fox's crappy movies. Now, not all of them were bad. I mean, there were some that were, good. Like, let me think here. Oh yeah, Deadpool. Deadpool was pretty good. I love Deadpool. I'm not really a big Marvel person, but I love Deadpool. Deadpool was great. Deadpool 1 and 2, they were both good, but those are just some I can think of on top of my head. There's a lot of movies, but a lot of them are really bad. The Alvin and the Chipmunks movies are freaking awful. I don't know if Disney actually owns them or not. But so was the Garfield movies. Well, the second one I think was maybe been better, but the first one sucked. So were the Home Alone movies. The Alien movies started going downhill too. They just freaking got all Fox's crappy movies. And they had a lot of movies that were coming out, but Disney decided to pull the plug on all of them. So a lot of them got canceled. A lot of them got canceled. Some of them got delayed. Most of them got canceled though. So Disney freaking really screwed up buying Fox. I don't know what would have happened if Universal bought it. I don't know. And they probably would have canceled some films too, but probably not nearly as many as Disney. But I don't know. But like I said, Universal's also got Nintendo coming to their parks too. Nintendo's actually coming to Universal, period. So Nintendo's probably gonna freaking destroy Disney. If Disney doesn't keep their act up, they're gonna freaking be destroyed by Universal. Because people are gonna be like, you know what? It's getting too expensive going to Disney World, so let's go to Universal instead. Plus their park, I don't know how well their parks are. Like, I actually wanted to go to Universal, but because COVID hit, we weren't able to go. But I was gonna go to Universal Parks and see how well it is, but I don't know, because I've heard at Disney World there's been people with broken ribs and all that. There's kids licking things, and it's not supervised very well and all that. I don't know if Universal's the same way or not. I'm not sure. Because, like I said, they had a fight. They had some fights up there. They had a fight, I think, a day or two ago, I think, is according to Clownfish TV. So, I don't know. But we're going to see how well this goes. I don't know. I think Universal right now is kicking Disney's ass. They could change, but the only way it's going to change is Disney freaking gets better. And to get better, they're going to have to fix a lot of their mistakes. For starters, they probably need to sell some of their properties, because I don't think they know what they're doing with some of them. They probably need to sell them to someone who knows actually what they're doing. Plus, to be fair, when you become a big company, there's less movies that are going to be released because there's too many properties you own. So even if Disney was a good company and they were pooping out a bunch of movies, there's not going to be as many of them because they own Fox and Lucasfilm, Marvel, and all that. So I don't know. And of course Pixar, but I don't know. Pixar is the well-known studio, but I don't know. We're gonna see how well this goes. I need to probably let this go. Let this go. Also, if you guys see the video underneath the recording thing, I recorded some messenger thing on my phone because like I wanted to get that all off there. It's a picture of my teacher and some friend and stuff. So yeah. So if you guys want to see that, you guys can. But anywho, see you guys later. This is Dash Show Rose. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see where Universal goes and Disney goes from here. But anywho, bye.